Dolphins fans, we're presented by Aura, a all-in-one digital safety tool. If you go to aura.com/chatsports, that's where you can begin your 14-day free trial. With that, we get into today's show. I am Will Scott. Welcome into Dolphins Today, and today's video is a fun one. We're going to be talking about how the Dolphins offensive line is a massive problem. How confident are you in the Dolphins offensive line? I want to hear from you before I give my thoughts. Scale it 1 to 10 down in the comments section. While you're down there, go and subscribe if you haven't already. So last season, Miami had the worst offensive line rating by PFF in all of football. It was ranked dead last. All 32 NFL teams, the Dolphins ranked 32nd on PFF. So the good news is it can't be any worse this season than it was last season, literally, because when you look at how this offensive line did last season, it was really, really bad. You had Eichenberg as the left tackle, Austin Jackson left guard, Dieter as the center, Robert Hunt as the right guard, and then Jesse Davis as the right tackle. Their PFF grades, you see them across the board, they were just abysmal. A 52.5 grade for Davis. He was protecting Tua's blind side. Luckily, he is no longer in Miami. Robert Hunt showed some improvement. Dieter was a disaster as the center. Liam Eichenberg, Austin Jackson, pretty bad at their spots as well. Here's what PFF said about the Dolphins' offensive line. Miami's offensive line surrendered a league-leading 235 pressures this season and recorded the worst pass blocking efficiency score in the NFL. The unit did this despite being well protected by a quarterback getting rid of the ball quickly and by the team running the third most RPOs in the league. The offensive line was run blocking on almost one of every 5 passing plays, removing the chance of being exposed in pass protection. Miami gambled that their young players would develop this season and the line would improve, but that unquestionably backfired. And let me tell you something, Dolphins fans, it's going to backfire again because Miami is hoping that guys like Jackson and Eichenberg are going to improve, although we have no signs that they will. Not to mention you have 3 of your 5 current starters that have 0 experience at their current positions. Now, I think we'll all feel very good about Armstead as the left tackle. Thank goodness he was brought in free agency. Eichenberg is now the left guard. Connor Williams is the center, as we have talked about a lot here on Dolphins Today. Robert Hunt, I'm completely okay with him in right guard. Austin Jackson slated to be the right tackle. So here are their career snaps at their new positions. Connor Williams, including college, has taken 0 NFL snaps at the center position. The Cowboys last offseason tried him out at center. It did not go well. Austin Jackson has not played any right tackle, but at least he's a natural tackle. He played left tackle his first year in the league, was a tackle at USC. And then Eichenberg at left guard has no experience at that position either. Let's talk about Williams because David Furones of the Sun-Sentinel tweeted this out the other day. Connor Williams snaps in a transition from guard to center are a bit of a concern. Shocking. Omar Kelly said this. This was last weekend. Raekwon Davis just put Connor Williams on the ground during one-on-one. That is concerning. Seen a lot of media reports talking about how badly Connor Williams is playing at camp. We'll talk more about Williams in a second. First, I want to tell you about our friends over at Aura because they're going to get you near real-time alerts on suspicious credit inquiries. If you're in Miami and some obnoxious Patriots fan hacks your credit card up there in New England, they're going to alert you about it the second it happens. It's going to allow you to shop, bank, and work online more safely and privately. They're going to keep your entire family safe as well from hackers. They offer family plans that protect up to 5 people. How do I get all this great stuff? You do that by going to that link, aura.com/chatsports. That link is going to be in the comments and the description of this video. Look, when you're talking about Williams, so we're seeing 2 things, right? We're seeing the media talk about how Connor Williams has not been great. Not necessarily abysmal, but not good at all. The coaching staff is like, well, he's transitioning well. The coaching staff is not going to say if a player is struggling. They're going to try to encourage that player. They're not going to tell the media, oh, yeah, Connor Williams has sucked at center. Chris Greer is a stubborn idiot that can't go out and sign J.C. Tretter or Jake Lucina. We're going to go. No, they're not going to say that a player has been struggling when they're transitioning to new positions. So a lot of y'all I know are like, well, the coaching staff is saying he's doing well. Don't listen to the coaching staff. Listen to the unbiased media reports that we're hearing out of Miami Gardens. Michael Dieter, by the way, is still not back at practice. He's been out pretty much the entire training camp sessions that we've seen. So with Dieter out, there's currently nobody on this roster with any center experience, and that is a massive problem. Not to mention, Omar Kelly reported the other day in the Sun Sentinel that it's possible Dieter will miss the entire preseason. Lovely. Will the Dolphins sign a center? Type S for sign or type W for won't. Down in the comments section, are they going to do the right thing? Are they going to bring J.C. Tretter to Miami? Are they going to bring Jake Lucina to Miami? Or is Chris Greer going to be a stubborn fool and not sign a center? Go down, predict it, down in the comments section. If he signs a center, which he should, here are some centers that might be available. Now, Matt Hennessy would be a trade target. The top two free agent targets, J.C. Tretter and Matt Paradis, are still available. Billy Price is available as well. I do not want Billy Price. Jake Lucina would be great, especially if they want to go with Connor Williams as the starting center and they release Dieter. Jake Lucina would be probably the best backup center option you're going to find right now. Now, the Dolphins need to take this position seriously. Michael Dieter, they tried that experiment last year, did not go well. He did not have any experience at center. He was a guard his first 2 years in the league, and then they're going to throw Connor Williams into this, who has no experience at the position either. The center position is so incredibly important. The center is basically the captain, the leader of this offensive line. You want to have a guy that can get the job done. The Dolphins have not had that in years. They need to take this position seriously. By throwing Connor Williams out there, in my opinion, basically to fail, that is not taking the position seriously. They have got to do something about this. Go and sign a center, trade for a center, do something to improve this position. Also, be sure to subscribe to our channel because we're bringing you Dolphins news, Dolphins rumors. I didn't see any other Dolphins YouTuber that put out a video after the Michael Dieter injury news. What Dolphins YouTuber is doing an at-home video when he gets off work about the backup center being injured? That's why you should subscribe to Dolphins Today and turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything. If the Dolphins make a move, we're going to be talking about it regardless of where I'm at. Let's talk about Austin Jackson now, who was the starting left guard last season, making the switch to right tackle, where he has yet to play in the NFL, and it has been a rough 2 years for AJ. Here's what he did in his rookie season, a 52.3 PFF grade at left tackle. Was one of the worst rated tackles by PFF, and then they moved him to left guard thinking, well, it can't get any worse. It did, below 50 on his PFF grade last season at the guard spot. Look, I just don't have confidence in Austin Jackson right now, and I'm rooting for him, and he's actually been looking pretty decent in camp, but I'm not going to have confidence in Austin Jackson until I see him start to play well in NFL games, which he has yet to do. He's going to be protecting to his blind side. That scares the bejesus out of me. He's got to go out there and prove to me this preseason that he can be to his right tackle. Now, do you trust Austin Jackson? Type Y for yes or type N for no. Down in the comments section, go down, chime in. I'm curious to hear what you think. I know Dolphins fans have very mixed feelings about AJ, as well as Eichenberg, who was the practice player of the day last week at the second practice. He is making the transition to left guard, a transition that right now doesn't appear to be going that poorly, which is positive. Now, when you take a look at the O-line PFF grades last season, and keep in mind Connor Williams, a 76.4 grade, that was at left guard, not at center. Eichenberg has actually said he's talked to Williams about transitioning to guard, how to play that position. Terron Armstead, he's going to be one of the best left tackles in the league. He's going to be solid. Austin Jackson, a 49.9 grade last season at left guard. He's now at right tackle. I'm concerned for Tua, and I want Tua to succeed I want him to succeed so badly, and I want him to be in the best possible position to succeed. You've given him a lot of weapons. I have to give a lot of credit to Chris Greer for the weapons that he's given Tua this offseason. 3 new running backs, a couple new wide receivers as well, but he has not given Tua the offensive line that he needs. But consider this. Tua put up these numbers with one of the worst offensive lines in football, with barely any weapons. He has a 13-8 record as a starter in the league. It's just pretty impressive stuff when you consider what Tua has had to deal with, not to mention he had a head coach that hated him. Chris Greer, if you're watching Dolphins Today, and I'm sure you are because you're a subscriber like over 26,000 others, you need to stop being so stubborn, man. Go out and sign an offensive lineman. Improve the offensive line. After releasing Butler the other day, you have $20 million in cap space. You freed up $4 million by making that move. You have the cap space to sign probably 2 of these guys on screen. Maybe J.C. Treader and Darrell Williams. Bring them in on 1-year deals and improve the offensive line. Make the unit a lot stronger because I want Tua to have all the time in the pocket, be able to throw the ball downfield, find Tyreek in the end zone. I want Tua to have a great year. To do that, he's got to have a better offensive line than he has right now. What you're doing right now by having 3 of your 5 starters with no experience at their positions, you are experimenting, which is dumb. That's all I got to say. Subscribe to our Miami Dolphins channel. We appreciate you watching the show. I am Will Scott. Have a great weekend, Dolphins fans.